The almost not liable for what happens in the tunnels. The what? Everything is we are in some kind of normal space. I really like this one at the end. I just had to believe and go up a little further. Oh, let's see. 9 parts. Yippee! Hands of the Killer. They say Bibi later Bibi could drop by. Is that so? I like to beat Bibi. I would like to. The fuck's that face? Hello. I'm so ready for tomorrow. Hands of the Killer. Yee! I wake up one night to a horrible scream outside my window. It sounds like the killer is at it again. So it's a killer, called the Killer. That's good to know. They had a birthday party for him. The moon is high, but I'm feeling restless. The apartment block's protective shutters have gone down for the night. Maybe a walk around is what I did. Protect the shutters? Should I be worried? Progress on my new time remains slow, as I keep falling asleep in the middle of the sentences. On the other hand, the effect is kind of funny. What it means to be new wave. BBC report. Note on the strange mask. Recently, strange masks have begun appearing in the city. Like the management? What's with this mask? Nobody wants to talk about them. In my opinion, oh boy. BB, is that you? I think we're running down on merchandise for the online store. If you're already awake, could you rise from some replies? Using forbidden knowledge, CC discovered we could pay the rate by using mysterious items for sale online. I'm in charge of inventory, which means my job is grabbing them beforehand. Ooh. But nobody seems to guard these scenes or pay attention when they're lost. Who's buying them? How do they have any value? I told you, that's just the economy. Nobody ever said it had to make sense. Just keep an eye out and for any old beanie babies while you're out there. Wow, this must be the exciting new sense of direction in life that can only come via attaining a career. Aside from night noises, this part of the city has many amenities. The rooms are cheap because all of the murders. Unfortunately, rent is due all the same. Another reason for the cheap rooms is the antiquated security system. Harvey needs to trade superior anti-murder technology. That's what I want to hear. This elevator will be unusable till morning. The shutters are scored and pitted via both sides with knife marks. That's great. Thank goodness we have that. Grabber's moving go. We'll take you away. That's great. That's a great slogan to have. My favorite. Every week someone leaves one of these flyers in the world. Yes! I often wonder what is it about this town that leads so much to weird advertisement sensibility. Oh well. You! Look how she walks down the stairs. Whoop, 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 whoop. Oh. The television is playing foreign drama, but I can't sort out what's meant to be happening. Gee. Friendly reminder. For the owners not liable for what happens in the tunnels. The what? The tunnels. Who needs tunnel when I got these sick boobs? Hoop, 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 hoop. Oh, a soft vibration runs through the floor of the laundry room. None of the other residents are around at this hour, but all the washers are in use day and night. Why is the washing room so big? Through the window of the wash, I see a kind greyish purplish luge. Sure, it's definitely by the big speeders. I guess someone wants it very green. Oh boy! Oh boy! That's good to hear. I never been able to find out who pulled off the tunnel cover to start with, although the joke is that the owners thought it would be cheaper than building a fire escape. The air from inside is inviting and cool. I hate. Especially I hate this kind of environment. Fuck you! Fuck you! Hands off the killer, this is not nice. You can't do this to a little boy like me. I climb out into some kind of restroom. Dead moth under my feet. Yeah! The clothes when he looked to be around 20 years old, which is not enough. I have to go deeper. At this point I should explain about the nature of this building. Like many cities, this one underwent many changes over the years. There was an industrial period, a retail period, a service period, etc. Until gradually the things in manufacture began to abstract and indecipherable, to easily be summarized in any way. My English is horrible. I still hope to find out what they are myself someday. Anyway, we see change in the economy. The building has adapted to a new shape. New rooms are at the door closed off, each layer draped piecemeal over the last, to form new spaces where opportunity might live. Speaking of which, PC says the sweet spot for nostalgia material is 30 to 40 years old, or old enough to smell like death. I think the internet is accelerating her tendencies toward the gothic. Personally, I've always been more about true crime. Me not. I'm not. I display some spiders and rabbits in the box. Result: 3 copies of Patch Adams on VHS, a jigsaw puzzle with a picture of a boat, miscellaneous plastic sheets. Oh yeah, my favorite. I don't feel like having anything on my back. The search goes on. Oh boy! I wonder what else I might find in these parts. I hopefully won't go back to the tunnels. Fuck. Box of Nights, barely used as a t-shirt reading Blumpy Dog, an abstract plastic toy with horribly detailed rubber feet that's covered in tufts of synthetic hair. I keep looking through the heaps. I see a cheap plastic pyramid with a racing car inside. A pile of cassette tapes with the insides pulled out and rotted together. A copy of Steely Dan, Live at the Kibbutz. I push onwards. Could we not? Could we just go home? Another box. This one says Stickies and shows a smiling woman being encased in green slime. It's being held stylish shut with electrical tape. Oh, I love this place. So far today's speakers have been slim, so I keep moving and gradually find myself in a place I've never been before. Like always, the corridors are narrow but still feel living. Somehow the good drums get closer, the clatter more deliberate. Flyers for a local bingo night have been left in the hall. A spotted plant that's still alive for well-used office supplies that don't have too much dust. I hear some whispering behind the walls. That's good to hear that I have neighbors. Please be more specific. This party feels like a waiting room and there's no one else around. Oh, at least it's a waiting room. We at least are in some kind of normal space. Fresh magazines have been left on the couches. What are they expecting here exactly? Oh, I know. The killer. My good friend the killer. Is your name Donald Duck? Yes. Wow, Mr. Duck. Such an honor to meet you. Please step inside. We have so much to discuss. Yippee! Was this is why it's my first strangle victim doll. Pecan 1971. Surprisingly good condition. I believe we've used up the last of them sometime before. I wonder where they found it. I'm not a doll. Really, you're dressed very similarly though. Oh. Since when do they make murder dolls exactly like me? I believe there's a demon story, side quest, main quest about this, which is very unappetizing to be about. I think being put as a murder doll feels better than something else. Shh. Help, don't strangle me, I'm a real person. Help. Stupid coincidence. Oh, they were a wonderful toy. If you open up the door so they had little plastic inwards. And if you stood on their throats, they will really bulge. Sometimes I think that's what feeds put me on the path of pure research. Yep. Research. Before administrative duties began to take up all my time. In truth, it makes little difference. As well as like everyone in the college, I lost the ability to distinguish people from dolls some time ago. I wonder why I talk you to old age. Soon I ask a member of staff to come in and carve off the skin or the coating that have you, and we can figure out what lies inside. The path of pure research is long. In the meantime, there are committee meetings. Goodbye. Wait, is this a college? College of what? Luckily, they seem to have a very abstract notion of how nuts work. Fuck. The music is not helping me. From the window, the town has a postcard aspect, like the view from a penthouse. I'm gonna lower the volume because the music is going to kill me. That's my fashion sense really been ripping off an obscure and horrible tone line for all these years. How many years? If nothing new under the sun, then look too mutilated to be worth anything. So I guess the genuine terrible secret dies with them. Genuine? Drink water. I hear a drilling noise and breaking glass, and everything smells like sawdust and wet paint. Well, I didn't have time to assimilate all of this because of the goddamn music. Sawdust and wet paint, yes! I'm feeling like a work in progress. Something tells me I should stay out of people's way. But I want to look around. The elevator rusted shut, but at least I'm still in the network of the same antique security system. The buttons of the panel look like they've been battered down by acid. Good to hear. Ooh. This room full of crude homemade machines made of junk that's creaking and shifting. I'm not sure how they invent. Nope, don't get close to me. Not sure how they're meant to work. Everything just heaps of nice and bars of wood. That's not skin. Is this a teacher's lounge? Anatomical diagrams clearly painted with astrology symbols are scattered around the desks and walls, along with ashtrays and moldy wigs called coffee. Teacher's lounge. Ooh! Spectra's my favorite. Coffee. That's good coffee. Oh. This is a good design. That's a school where the innate sparks are. I can respect that. Anatomy and astronomy, my favorite. Oopsie daisy. Poster of the wall for a school production of Vermo the Wanderer. Bring down just. Boy, it's been a while since I got my house dirty with one of your things or everything. Is this a Philips? Yeah. This is so cool. Poster on the wall for a school production of Melmo the Wanderer. Bring your own special effects, your snipes and drill for sale or exchange. Twitching in Esperanto, the language of the future. Esperanto? The language of the future. There needs to be something around here. Fuck! Run, little girl, run! There's need to be new info around here. My sick moves. They're always here with me. Boy, they really went at all on renovating this place. Beneath the wallpaper outlines. But why do I walk forward? Why do I walk forward? There's new info I'm losing. Let me try again. I'll be back. I'll be back. I would be back. Pages and pages of rambling text on moldering and discolored paper have been stuck on the wall. Wait. The paper's white. It went from white to white. Have been stuck to the wall with that looks to be ketchup. Ketchup, of course. The academic joke market takes another toll. Saw history in the body of a murder convict, while Ace Fail saw it in the decapitated king. Creating history is the duty of all murderers. Yep. Good to know, yes. Just like I wanted to hear. And in the tools they hack with, we see the reflection of a new age that is to come. To perfect murder, we must create a new universe devoted exclusively towards that purpose. We must also consider the possibility that we live in it already. To imagine a new society is to call it into being. We must first prepare a list of bylaws. I think I lost it halfway through. Let me read again. To imagine a new society is to call it into being. We must first prepare a list of bylaws. So if they want to create a new society based on murder to perfect it, it's great to hear. Photographs mark the inauguration of the college on the evening of the Great Vision. What's the point of portraits when everyone is wearing a mask? That's great. My goodness, what's this? Having survived the workshops of necessity, now I find myself stranded in the new world of aesthetic. Such are the thoughts of the general public as they make their conscious entrance into history. Bloody Night 4, my favorite. I need to keep moving. Get your ass moving, baby. Yes. The new age will be theatrical, and thus we stand to learn from theater. An empty space menaced by ominous facade. The fourth wall is the entrance to an alleyway, the length of which stands through all time. Think of the new buildings we'll need to have alleyways like this. That's a good thing to know. The metaphors of shopping and carving embodied in sculpture are too trite to be of use. We find instead our purpose in an art of brilliant monuments to keep people in the shadow of, classicism. good old classicism. To try to be of use. In our video lab, we can conveniently influence the culture by filming of their or these fantasies and releasing them as a commercial horror films. Our Bloody Night franchise has sold thousands of copies. Bloody Night! I think those shitty direct-to-video horror films that everybody watches to make fun of. Everybody what now? Sorry, buddy. Pat. I really like Bloody Nights 4. So, this is just an empty room, right? Yes? Pat. Good job. Just to say, I really like Blood Nights 4. Where do I go from here? Shit! Let's do 420 or whatever the kids call it. Oh yeah. Baby's at it again? Ooh. Sound sculpture marks the sound of distant screams, approaching steps. As such, I believe they will be very popular. Of course, ultimately such noises are the foundation of a far greater symphony, but there is no shame in being midwife to a dream. Midwife to a dream? What the fuck do you mean? Let me see, there is something around here. There's nothing. Get off me! Stop laughing into my ear! Oh, a calm study nestles in the middle of the horrible murder compound of Blood Nights 4. Respectable leather-bound tomes line the walls. An aura of propriety seems to muffle all sound. I think my nose is bleeding. Why? Why is your nose bleeding, baby? Do you have a fetish with books? Copies of Owner's publication, including Introduction to the Western Canon, Advanced Studies in the Western Canon, Whatever Happened to the Western Canon, and the Western Canon Rocks Out! A Bright Spires edition for teens and study groups. A picture of the hooded man I met when I woke up. The prestigious Dr. Su. Dr. Su was attendance at an academic soiree with his all-embracing knowledge of the cultural world. That's great. Good for him, Dr. Su. I wonder, is he sentimental? Is he sentimental and help onto all the aspects of my old career? Oh, so you were Murderer-chan. Murderer-chan, 5,000. But I always wanted to live inside a tomb. The kid doll, you've been wandering around the pieces of the world that was. Wouldn't you like to visit to the world that is to come? The interest of homicides has always been symbolic. No, it's not symbolic. Let's not make a joke about that. Real death has no consequence, and in fact, is rather kitsch. Yes, just like real death is no consequences at all. Yes, we all know that. Let me out. I have consequence. I have a real consequence. Don't fucking kill me. What matters is the new world we can glimpse into this idea. What is the Ethiopia of murder? Stop! The sun and the moon, the knives, ropes, buildings, gross steel streets, and the dark blue fields, a timing and horrible suspense that envelops all things, changing them completely and leaving them unchanged. The new world will need laws and art. We can teach them to the hand that guides the knife. At the hands of the killer. Did you know I saw him once? It was a night like this. I knew my life would have to change. Stop following me. The most beautiful thing I know is being able to see history unfolding. Seeing yourself at the crest of the wave. A new world emerges from the coffin of old. I have seen the world splitting open ahead. Where are you? My eyesight is quite bad these days. I haven't moved like this for quite a while. Well, stop moving! None of us tend to leave campus these days. You know how it is. As you think and think, the thickets grow denser. I can still hear the flat droning voice behind me, but these corridors seem quieter, more familiar. I could say once I found a lost cache of troll dolls inside one of these rooms. Oh. The door is locked but looks more maintenance-y than others. A sticker says, and sealed with always axle panel. I may near the location of the long-lost air conditioner controls. Do I have to go into a vent again? Please tell me I don't. I hate vents. I hate first-person horror games. I hate them. A lot. There is a lever on this, so it's probably the thing that opens the door. I'm getting sick and tired of being chased by murderers all night, and I'm not going to look into this any further. Oh, who's the eyes? Oh my goodness, the years have hardly altered you at all. Mr. Killer, you know you did a lot, but I'm a good fan for your work. Would you truly like to see the critical attention it deserves? Have you ever considered co-authoring a paper? Oh. Baby's report. Epilogue. After finding my way inside the vent, I was able to get back to the apartment without any further incident. Although all night long strange noises echoed through the pipes. The next morning we told up all day's haul. Result? A sorted box and a pamphlet that must have been replaced in my pocket somehow. I thought the pamphlet might have been worth something, but Sissy said there are copies lying around inside the bus station for free. Night School, Prospectus 1920. Oh, is this part made in 1920? That's good to hear. A frightening world and interesting world to be in, wide variety of places. A trade. That has been Hand of the Killer. Hands of the Killer. Paints included. And I wish to never be in a band again. Let's see another day. What's the rest of them? Drool of the Killer, Eyes of the Killer, Flesh of the Killer, Blood of the Killer, Earth of the Killer, Heart of the Killer, Face of the Killer. But I think we already saw the Killer, so there's not much to look for. Okay, bye bye.